Hi there, grief growers. Thank you so much for tuning in today. I'm taking a break from full-length podcasting right now and gearing up for Season 6 of Coming Back, which premieres May 1st, 2019. But in the meantime, I wanted to bring you some never-before-heard clips from Season 5's interviews. If you've been listening to Coming Back for a while, you know these mini in-between seasons episodes are tidbits, stories, and behind-the-scenes clips from conversations we heard this season on Coming Back. On this In the Meantime episode, I'm highlighting a piece of my interview with Vivian Nunez, who appeared on episode 72 of Coming Back. Vivian is the creator of a host of online spaces for grieving people, including Too Damn Young, a website for people who have lost a loved one at a young age. But much of Vivian's work also focuses on bringing conversations about grief, mental health, and anxiety to the Latina community, a group of people who, because of cultural norms and a history of just not talking about it, often sweep emotional and mental needs under the rug. Listen in. I absolutely love the work that she's doing.
My Instagram is a really safe space to talk about mental health within the Latino community, all communities in general, whether you're grieving, whether you have anxiety, depression, whatever. Like, it's a really cool place to go in and just hop in the comments or just read my writing. And I'm really proud of that because I grew up in an environment where we weren't talking. We weren't taking up space in that way. We weren't talking about things that were hard. All the problems that we had were hidden behind closed doors. And being able to have this huge platform to say, well, no, like that's not okay because I don't want to feel alone in this has been the most like rebellious thing I think I've done in my entire life. And it's opened so many doors and allowed for so many opportunities to come through. And I'm really excited about it. I think that the more I leaned into the fact that being Latina does come with its own share of cultural, nuances when it comes to grief, like the way you're allowed to grieve, the way you're allowed to talk about people, the religious aspects that come with it, even if you're not necessarily religious. All of that has allowed me to say, well, all of this is true, but also I want more from this. I want an experience. I want a community. And like that may not be what we do traditionally, but it's what I need. And so this is what I'm going to do to get it and to try to offer it to other people.
I hope you enjoyed this In the Meantime episode of Coming Back. If you'd like to listen to my full conversation with Vivian Nunez, check out episode 72 of Coming Back called Waiting for the Other Shoe to Drop. If you're not already, I would also highly recommend following Vivian on Instagram at Viv Nunez. Between now and the Season 6 premiere of Coming Back on May 1st, 2019, Grief Growers, you can enter to win a grief book giveaway. I am sending one lucky winner a copy of Now You See the Sky from Catherine H. Murray and Becoming Starlight by Dr. Sharon Prentice. Catherine H. Murray's book is about the loss of her son, and Dr. Sharon Prentice's book is about the loss and the near-death experience she shared with her husband. I'm also sending your way some really neat podcast swag with the Coming Back logo on it, and a handwritten note straight from my desk. While this Grief Books giveaway was formerly only available to people that supported the show on Patreon, the giveaway is now open to everyone. So head on over to shelbyforsythia.com, click the banner at the top of the page, and type in your email address on the giveaway page for your chance to win. You can also find the link to enter in the show notes for this episode. The giveaway closes April 30th at midnight, so take a few seconds right now to pause this podcast, click the giveaway link in the show notes, and enter the Grief Book giveaway. And lastly, grief growers, if you have questions about grief and loss, or want to share your story in a group of people who just get it and understand, join me Monday, April 22nd at 8 o'clock p.m. Central for my monthly live Google Hangout. This regular recurring event is for Patreon-only supporters of this podcast, but for just $1 per month, you can have access to the link to join us instantly. In the past, we've talked about coping with holidays, weird dreams, intuitive happenings and sensations that we feel after a loved one has died, seeing numbers or signs or money that the people who love us are still around, what it's like to walk up to experiencing pet loss but not quite experiencing it yet, and something called ambiguous loss, where we grieve people that are still very much alive but somehow distant or detached from our lives for whatever reason. This is your opportunity, grief growers, once a month to ask me anything live for a full hour, so I'll hope you'll join me there. You can pledge on Patreon at patreon.com/ShelbyForsythia or click the link in the show notes to be taken to my Patreon page. That's where you can find me in the meantime. Season 6 of Coming Back returns May 1st, 2019. So that's all for this episode of Coming Back in the meantime. While I'm away from the mic, you can find updates on me, this podcast, and my travels on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and some extra behind-the-scenes stuff, including my monthly Ask Me Anything hangouts, always on Patreon. I am still taking grief coaching clients during my time away. Head to shelbyforsythia.com/grief-coaching for more information and to fill out a client interest form. If you'd like to leave a question, comment, or guest suggestion for a future episode, email me at shelby@shelbyforsythia.com, subject line podcast. As always, my beautiful grief goers, it was incredible to share this space and time with you today. I see you, I am proud of you and the work that you're doing in the world, and I love you. Because even through grief, we are growing.